Twitch. And I'll start the Instagram live here in a moment. Just do the social stuff real quick. Alright, let's get that Instagram live going. Good evening, Instagram live, and good evening, Twitch. We're live at all the places to open some more Pokemon cards. That's the plan. Is this muted? I don't know. I can't hear anything, so I think we're all right. Cool. Cool. Hey, Sierra. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're just getting started. I'm still settling in. I woke up from a nap a short time ago. Hey, Rowan. Hey, Josh. Oh my goodness, there's so many people joining. Hey, y'all. Oh my goodness. What's up? Well, this is the stream where I open Pokemon cards. There are Pokemon cards behind me, and I like to open them. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been quite a while. It's not well, what? No, okay. I woke up at like 5:30. Yeah, ask your question. Ask away. I woke up probably at like 5:30. It was a pretty brief nap. Yes, PAX is in a week ish. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. PAX is in 2 weeks. Next week I have a 5K and a 10K. That's what I'm doing next weekend. And then the weekend after that is PAX, and I get to hang out with Josh. So that's exciting. Very cool. Oh my gosh, Rowan, you're on. Oh, I see. Rowan. Oh, Rowan's saying she can barely hear me on Twitch. That's weird. Well, I'll turn up the Twitch audio. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Hopefully that'll help the Twitch peeps hear me. If anyone is still on Twitch, let me know. Okay. Well, volume here is good, so that's good. Cool. Awesome. Cool. Good. If anyone is on Twitch, let me know if the audio is better now. I turned it all the way up, so whatevs. We're gonna eat some good food while you're here, Josh. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a real good time. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, bring that picture to DOA in September, and I'll find you, or you can find me, and I'll absolutely sign that. I'm more than happy to sign pictures and anything. If anyone brings me anything to sign, I should probably put a cap on that. There will be limits. I will put a limit on what I will sign. But generally, I'm happy to sign most things, especially pictures. So yeah, that's totally cool. Thank you for being so thoughtful and kind and asking so nicely. I really appreciate that. Yeah, long live the Academy. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that energy to the stream. That was really nice. Yeah, I had a really great day. So I'm in a good mood. I woke up fairly early for wrestling training, but wrestling training was very, very fun. It was a good time. We trained for a long time, even though it was warm and muggy and gross and sweaty. Sweaty boys. And so then I came home, and Parm, I just watched you die. I watched you die in a clip. What happened? Are you okay? Parm, I'm worried about you. Yeah, I did the wrestling training. I came home. I went for a lovely walk around the block, Pokemon Go. Made it to the biggest event in the Pacific Northwest. Hey, whatever you got to do to get there. Well, don't break kayfabe so easily, Parm. Come on. But yeah, I'm very happy to see you doing things on the baseball shows. That was very cool. But yeah, Pokemon instituted this lovely little feature where you get like a daily 15-minute incense, and you have a chance of getting a Galarian legendary bird when you use it. And so I, worker adjacent, yeah, that's fine. You missed it, Parm. Someone just asked me to sign a picture. But whatever. Kayfabe's dead. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Um, yeah, and so I was doing my daily incense, and I wanted to go for a little walk. Well, I did it. I went for a lovely little walk. I did a Pikachu raid for the like special nationals. Is it nationals happening in London right now? I did a special raid for that Pikachu. I got it. I caught the Pikachu. And then when I came home, I felt like taking a nap, and I took a nap. And then when I woke up, I laid in bed for about an hour and played I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Beat I Love You, Colonel Sanders, which is why the name of this stream is I Love You, Colonel Sandile. It's very unlikely we will pull any Sandiles today, but I Love You, Colonel Sanders was a fun little advertisement to play. So that's where my head is at. On the last episode of Nick Opens Pokemon Cards on streaming platforms, I talked about going to Pokemon Go Fest, and that's where I went. I went there, and that's where this shirt is from. It was very fun. It was a cool experience. People everywhere doing raids, catching Pokemon, trading with each other, battling each other. Very, very cool. I got there late. I went there at like the last. Yeah, it was such a great day. And there's donuts. Oh, let me tell you about the donuts. So yesterday was my manager's last day at work, and she's just moving to a different location. But she and I had previously talked about doing a Mario Kart thing to get everybody involved. Boost morale, etc., etc. And we never got the chance to do it. So I planned like a Mario Kart thing, and I brought in coffee and donuts. And it was very fun, and I stomped them because I'm so good at Mario Kart. If Brian Garr sees this, I am an S tier player, sir. Yeah, I stomped them. It was no contest. And to help soothe the ache of their defeat, I brought in coffee and donuts. And me, thinking I was being clever, was like, if I get 24 donuts and bring them in, there is a much higher chance that I will get to take some home at the end of the day. And so I did that. And then someone else brought in 12 donuts. And then someone else brought in cupcakes. And then someone else brought in a coffee cake. And so we had a lot of snacks. And I took home over 12 donuts. We went from 3 dozen donuts. It's pretty good. We went from 3 dozen donuts down to 1 dozen. So that's pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, Pokemon Go Fest. Very fun. Very cool. I went like in the last hour of the last day because that's the only time I could fit it in. But I made a point to like buy some merch. This was the only merch they still had left out were t-shirts for each of the, what are they called? Groups? Whatever the groups are called. I don't know. I don't remember what they're called. Factions. And when you bought merch, you got a special little card. Like a Kirby buffet. Rowan, we should play the Kirby game together. Is that online multiplayer? Because I would play it. Teams. They're just called teams. Okay. I wasn't sure if there's like a special name for them. But yeah. So you get like a special card, and I have not looked at it yet. I have not opened it because I wanted to save it for the stream. So we're all going to see this together. I do not know what the special card is. I did not do any research. I made a point to not look up what the special card is, so that we can all experience this together, like a family. Yeah, pretty basic. I guess it makes sense with like Team Rocket. Yeah, Rowan, we should play that together sometime. I haven't actually played it yet. I picked it up, but I haven't opened it yet. Okay, so this is just like the fun little secret hider. And then this is the card. Oh, I already have this card. Don't steal my code. Okay, well that's cool. I already have this card. They did a thing on the Pokemon Center recently where you could get this card if you ordered a certain amount. So I made a point to buy some stuff off of the Pokemon Center website. So now I have two of that card. That's cool. I also just recently bought some stuff off the Pokemon Center website to get a delivery Charizard card. So that'll be coming soon. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic. I'm glad I didn't save that for the end because that would have been a big letdown. We still have one pack left from the box I opened last time. And then there's these boxes behind me. But this shiny or brilliant Eevee, or Radiant, I guess is what it's called. Radiant Eevee kept falling on me. So I'm probably going to open it next just because it kept falling on me. But let's open this pack first. From Astral Radiance. But yeah, it was a very relaxing day. Before wrestling training, I ate 3 of those donuts that I brought home. When I got home, I ate another one of those donuts, and it was lovely. I will probably eat some more of those donuts later. And then tomorrow, I will attempt to run 19 to 20 miles to make up for the donuts that I have been eating. Because that's what I do. I run so I can eat donuts. Balance. It's all about balance. I really like this character. She's pretty badass, and I like that a lot of the characters in Legends Arceus are ancestors of characters from Diamond and Pearl. Oh, you 2,400 calories is cutting for you? That's wild. I during the week I only eat like 1,200 calories. But with an office job, I don't get much opportunity to like. I try to do like a 5K or a 10K. Oh, Quillfish! Yo, that's so many calories, bro. I can't imagine. But everybody's different. Bodies are different. I was just talking to my friend about this today. Bodies are so strange and so weird. I've seemed to have found a decent system for what works. I don't know like very specific like I don't know my like maintenance or my cutting calorie amounts. I just know like if I eat about 1,200 calories during the week and I run a decent amount, it makes it so that I can eat donuts and pizza and Taco Bell and other stuff like that during the week and not really gain too much weight. Or if I do put on some weight, I can like clear it out by the end of the week. Yeah, it works out. If I feel a little tired, I'll like have some snacks during the week to bump up the calories, but usually about 1,200 calories is all right for me. 250, nice. I'm at like I think I average around 195 lately. Yeah, I don't measure my body fat. Gosh. Ooh, Voltorb. Do I have this one? Oh, it's shiny too. If I don't have it, that's exciting. Even if I do. And then here's the rare. Oh, nice, a Regirock. Yo, what's up? Very nice. Very nice. I want to see how Twitch is doing. I want to check in on it. Twitch. How we doing? I can't see how many people are in my... Gosh. Twitch is so confusing. Okay, we're just gonna switch back to OBS. I can at least monitor my chat from OBS. How much you dwarf yourself? Bodies are weird, man. Everyone's bodies changes so much. Everybody's body reacts differently to different stuff. It's wild. Yeah, my friend, he's been at like, I don't remember what he said, like upper 200s for a long time, and he's changed a lot of things about his diet and the way he works out and all this stuff. Like, he works out so much, and he's never seen any. He's seen change with like the makeup of his body, but the weight has stayed the same, and I can see how that's frustrating. I mean, for the most part, I've kind of always been at the same weight my whole life since like high school. I've kind of always just been like around 190-ish, and then for a bit in college I got up to around 200, and during the pandemic I got up to about 210, I think. But none of that is ever like muscle weight. That's me, just accumulating mass. But yeah, bodies are different. Whoa, there's came with a playmat. I did not expect that. I did not expect a playmat. Oh, it's gorgeous too. Holy moly. I have a playmat that I've been using at work on my desk, of the Ultra Beasts. I think it's like Xurkitree. No, it might be Pheromosa and Celesteela. But this is way prettier, and I'm probably going to switch it out for this, because this is so much prettier. Oh my goodness. I did not expect that. I was not anticipating that to come through. Very cool. Exciting. Exciting stuff. Bunch of codes for Pokemon Go. You don't get those. I get those. I get to use those. I actually use those. Definitely on my knees. Oh yeah. Yeah, gorgeous playmat. Yeah, I've been so worried about my knees lately, because that's a big thing with people who run a lot, right? Like, their knees just start giving out. So I try to be like very careful. I wear like not braces, but like these supportive sleeves that like have like metal things or like plastic that go along the side to try to support them on my long runs. And I think it actually did more harm than good, because my knees started hurting a lot on my long runs, and so I just was like, well, this isn't working. Let's try it without the sleeves. And last time I did a long run without the sleeves, or I wore sleeves still, but like not, they didn't have the supports. They were just like compression sleeves, and my knees felt great. So, but yeah, knees are a scary thing with wrestling and running. Whew, scary. Take care of your knees. Everyone, take care of your knees, because we use them so much. I know so many people who very recently had to have knee surgeries, and some are still out of wrestling right now because they had to have knee surgeries. Like, I know minimum 5 people who very recently had to like take time out for knee stuff. Oh, you had to have 2 knee surgeries? I didn't know that. That's so scary. Yeah, everyone, if you take anything away from this stream, take care of your knees. Please. They're delicate flowers, and someone had to pull out of new today because of knee injuries. They're the ones with bars are about stability. Oh, that's good to know. I was using them because they did help me when I was having knee issues when I first started running. They really helped. They really helped me, like, because I was starting to get a lot of knee pain when I first started running, and they helped with that. But I think I relied on them too much, and so now that I have more like muscle around the knees, they were probably overcorrecting. Would be my guess. Blue. Oh, that's terrifying. That's so scary. Yeah, I knew some dudes when I was living in Bellingham. I moved. I worked as a mover for a little bit, and I knew some guys who like blew out their knees doing that work. And a buddy of mine has blown out his back and his shoulder and his knees. His body is messed up from wrestling and moving and just generally being a bigger person. He just has a larger frame, and it's scary and sad to see. Hey, he's right there. That's who I'm talking about. Jack, I was just talking about you. I was talking about your numerous injuries from just wrestling and life. I was literally just telling everyone, take care of your knees. Take care of your bodies in general, but your knees are so important. Um, I know a minimum of 5 people who have recently been out with knee stuff. Parm was saying someone pulled out a new today because of knee stuff. My friend Josh here blew out both of his knees. People, take care of your knees. That's all I'm saying. Jack, I got a gorgeous. My ears were burning and my knees aching. That just means the weather's changing. Look at this gorgeous card. Okay, so that playmat is very pretty. Like super, super pretty, but I wish it had this art because this is so pretty. Took an air out of the knee. Oh, I had to stop surfing because of his knee. Yeah. Knees are so delicate. So delicate and so scary. Isn't that pretty, Jack? So, look at this. This is the playmat that I got. All my joints hate me. Yeah, I need really bad to like go get like a deep tissue massage on this shoulder, cuz on my long runs it starts aching. Like everything else is usually pretty fine on my long runs aside from when I was having like those knee issues, but this left shoulder aches so bad by the end of my runs. Like once I hit like mile 10, it's like it starts aching and I got to like stretch it out. I know it's partially like my posture and stuff, which I've been working on. It has improved, but if I could just get like a real deep tissue massage on that thing, I think it'd help a lot. I used to think it was like a chiropractor thing, but I just think it's muscles. Enough talking about bodies. We're here for Pokemon, right? All my joints hate me. I had a dislocated shoulder for 8 months because the doctor thought it was a sprained AC joint. 10 miles. Bro, I'm trying to do 19 tomorrow. That's the goal. The goal is 19 tomorrow. There's a bridge, the I-90 trail, that goes from the east side to Seattle. And people bike and run along it. And so I try to, so it's like 5 miles for me to get to that trail, and then 5 miles for me to get to Seattle, and then 5 miles for me to get back to the east side, and then 5 miles back to my apartment. Bye, Jackie. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to talk. I miss you. So far I've only done 18. 18 has been my max, and then I'll have to like stop and rest or take the bus home the last couple miles. I usually get to like, my neighborhood is very hilly, so that's really the hardest part, is like I've done 15 miles and then I have like these hills to run up and down. Night, Jackie. So that's where I kind of end up like, okay, I'm just gonna take the bus. Luckily, my work provides a bus pass for me, so I don't have to like pay for it. I can just hop on the bus, which is very nice. And there's a lovely neighborhood that I walk through sometimes. And that's the neighborhood that the bus goes through. And so I like walk through that neighborhood and play Pokemon Go. But I want to finish the 20 miles. That is my great white whale, is finishing that whole 20-mile run at once. We are yet to achieve that goal, but this weekend may be the weekend. If I fuel up on enough donuts, who knows what I could achieve? Who knows? 1, 2, 3, 4. What set are these from? Oh, this is from the Pokemon Go set. Cool. I'm excited. More Pokemon Go cards. Blanche. Not my captain. Steelix. I like this Wartortle. Also, I don't know if you can hear the music in the background. It's pretty low because I get worried about the copyright stuff. You're right. You can do it with donuts or do-nuts. I like that thinking, Parm. Very positive. I love that. But I found a like lo-fi channel that's like cartoons and video game music turned into lo-fi. So like right now it's doing Kingdom Hearts, which, Rowan, I gotta send you this thing. There was a Keyblade battle at the wrestling show in Canada today. 2 of the wrestlers fought with Keyblades. Dope as fuck. Like, they've both been carrying Keyblades forever. One of them was Kid Bandit. You know Kid Bandit, Rowan. It's been building to these two having a Keyblade battle, and they did it today, and it's so great. Yeah, I'll send you the link. What's the best way to do this? I'll just text it to you. I was gonna say I'd share it in like the chat or something. It's hard to do on Instagram. I could do it on Twitch, but then you'd have to jump over to Twitch. I don't think anyone's on Twitch anyway. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't actually seen the footage, but I did see a picture of them like clashing with Keyblades. It's so great. It's so good. Oh. Sorry, it paused me because I ran out of time on Instagram for the day. I should do something about that, but if I turn it off, I'll never turn it back on, and limiting it for myself is very important for my mental health. So I'd rather just not risk it. Okay, here is the rare. Yo, Glissopod. Recently, I was thinking about Glissopod and how much I like it, and I don't remember why, but I would love to use it in a team if I get the chance. It's not like the best typing, but it's a really cool Pokemon. Bugwater. There's obviously been a lot of leaks recently for Scarlet and Violet, and I'm sure I've talked about this on past streams. They're apparently the final typings for the starters are Grass Dark, Fire Ghost, which seems odd that they'd repeat that after just doing it with Typhlosion in Legends, and then Water. Is it Water Fairy? It might be Water Fairy, and it's like a dancer. So it's like a dancer, which is dope. They're all performers. One of them is a singer. I think the fire one is a singer. And then the grass one turns into a magician, I believe. It all sounds very cool. I'm very excited for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Water Fairy was done very recently. Wasn't Primarina Water Fairy? Which was also super recent. It seems weird to... I do like Fire Ghost. I think that's a cool combo. And Grass Dark is... This will be the first Grass Dark starter. So I like that. That's cool. Very cool. Alright, let's dig into this. There's also apparently Paradox Pokemon, which sounds like a cool concept where they're like regional forms of Pokemon. They're like, there's like a Diglett, but it's not a Diglett. Like, it looks like a Diglett, but it doesn't have the Diglett typing, and it's got a different name. So it's like a water Diglett, but it's not Diglett. It's very strange. And there's like some from the future, some from the past, because um, Scarlet is from the past and Violet is from the future. Very intriguing. I'm very curious about this game. I have so many Meltans. It's so weird that this is technically a mythical Pokemon, but I have so many of this card, or just so many Meltan cards in general. Because I also got a bunch from the Celebration set. Apom. Oh, look at that shiny Magikarp. You love to see it. And the rare. Nice, Tyranitar. This reminds me of my Shining Tyranitar card with a typo on it that I have in my like super rare collection binder or like mini binder. Did I show off the pin already? Look at the pin. It's very cute. Super cute. Very, very cute. I'm glad we chose this one. What's left is one for my team leader. There's like a box for each of the team leaders. If I feel up to it, I may just get all three of them. I've got there's an Alolan Execute box for some reason. And then I got an Elite Trainer box. So we still got a lot of cards. And like I said, I just ordered some off the Pokemon website. So we're going to get even more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like getting the Elite Trainer boxes because they give me sleeves, and then I can start sleeving my decks. It's so much easier to tell them apart. Boom. A lot of these are repeats at this point. As he pulls 2 of the same card in a row. A lot of these are repeats at this point. Can you imagine if it was another one? Can you imagine? Oh, this Numel is so cute. It's like a little sleeping baby. What a sleepy little baby. I love it. I've never been into Numel as a Pokemon, but gosh, this has made me fall in love with Numel. What a cute Pokemon. Alolan Raticate. Love it. Like, if you can hear the music right now, now it's Animal Crossing. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I wish they still supported this game. I can't believe they just like stopped updating it. What a bad move. Like you could be they still support Pocket Camp, the like mobile Animal Crossing game monthly. Like it's still getting updates and it's like 5 years old. Like why couldn't they just do that with this game? It doesn't make any sense to me. I would still play it. I would be playing it right now if they were still updating it. I know that there are other people who will just dive in whenever or like start a new island or whatever. I'm not that kind of person, but if there's still stuff I could do, I would absolutely still be hopping in. Yo, speaking of Alolan Executor, I think I got this last time too. That's a cool card though. I love it. That's kind of like the Nintendo thing lately, is like support a game for a while and then just kind of like, meh, we're done. That's good enough. Which is weird. I'm not like all in on games as a service. Like I get it. I'm not really one to continue paying for a lot of like DLC or like updates. That's not me. But like if it were Animal Crossing, I probably would. I would continue paying for updates for that. Especially since I'm already paying for like the super ultra online thing, whatever it's called. Like just drop them in there. Like if you really want people to buy in, sure the N64 games are a good selling point, but like, and they did include the last DLC stuff, but like why not just keep doing these small little updates? I don't know. I don't work in the games industry. Who knows? It's just a bummer that like I have this game that I really enjoy and would love to go back and play, but I'm not gonna if there's nothing new for me. I don't want to start over. I'm not getting rid of Jefferton. I love Jefferton Island. I'm not giving it up. But whatever. There's other games to play. Like I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Great advertisement game thing. I'm not gonna go buy KFC though. It made me want chicken, but if I want chicken, Ezel's is 1,000 times better. So thank you for advertising Ezel's to me, Colonel Sanders. Still fun. It is a fun little thing. Oh, the V-Star card. It is the second V-Star card I've ever gotten. Very interesting. I don't really understand the purpose. I love introspective Slowbro. He's so sad or like so lost in thought. Maybe he just got broken up with. Maybe he's thinking about breaking up with someone. Maybe he's thinking about quitting his job. Who knows? Who knows what's going on in Slowbro's life? He's got a lot going on. Gwen's here. Oh my god, there's people in Twitch. I'm sorry. I've been ignoring Twitch. There wasn't people for so long that I stopped focusing on it. Yeah, friends. Here, let me recap real quick for the people in Twitch. There's this very cute Eevee pin and this dope. Oh, I think it's upside down. This dope Eevee playmat. So cool. I'm taking this to work and setting it up on my desk and putting my keyboard on it. So cool. Super cool. Very, very cool. And if you are just joining, people in Twitch, the theme of the night is take care of your knees, please, because they're very delicate. Reminds me of the Pablo Escobar meme. That's very funny, Rowan. That is very, very funny. Pokestop. These are all sets from, or cards from the Pokemon Go set. So I haven't pulled anything super exciting. The yeah, this is like a lo-fi version of the Pokemon theme, the first gen Pokemon theme. Oh, now it's gone. Let me show you the really cool art for the promo Eevee that came with this, if I can find it. Eevee, where'd you go? Oh, I got a Regigigas. That's exciting. Yo, Anders, what's up? Pokemon Spider, burn it with fire. I understand the thought process. I can't find the Eevee, but maybe I'll find it before we close out the stream. Yo, it's already almost 9. Where does the time go? We're gonna keep pushing through though. We got a lot of cards to get through. I still got like 4 more packs. We can get through this box, I think, and that should be good for time. And then I'll read a poem at the end. Wimpod. I think the most recent. Oh, yo! Since the last stream, I wrestled a some would argue legend in wrestling, B-Boy, who's been doing this for like 20 years. Regirock does rule. I prefer Regice of the 3 original Reggies. I think Regice, I suppose, is my favorite. They're all great. They're all so good. And then of the new Reggies, Reggie Drago is my favorite. I don't know why. I think it's because it turns into a dragon head for some reason. Like, what a dumb design. But I love it. You should, yeah, please. I posted, if you're coming from BG's Discord, I posted, oh, Sylveon, so cute. Yeah, if you're coming from BG's Discord, I posted my match against B-Boy and Ethan HD from SOS Pro Wrestling in there. Rowan, I'll share it with you too. I'll send it to you after this if you want to watch it. I hold a pinfall victory over B-Boy, arguably a legend in professional wrestling. He's been doing it for over 20 years, traveled the world over. I beat him. I pinned him 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. So take that as you will. I also got to read a lot of my poetry during that match while beating people up. what's the word I'm looking for? Right? Very badass. Thank you. The dynamic shift between reading romantic and erotic fan fiction poetry while also beating people up is just that's what I love about wrestling. That and people fighting with keyblades. Those are my two favorite things about wrestling right now. Yeah, if you're just joining me in Twitch, there was a wrestling show today in Canada, and a couple people fought with keyblades, and it was badass as fuck. There's a code if anyone wants it, because I don't use these. Speaking of wrestling stuff, I like to brag I am 1 degree of separation from John Morrison. A researcher I know very well was on Survivor with him. Yeah! I remember when he did Survivor. That was like very shortly after his WWE run. That's interesting. Who, you don't have to name names if you don't want to. I can also just look it up later. But that's interesting. Gosh, what was Survivor like? I always imagine, I've done extra talent work for WWE, and it's a circus. Like, it's wild. But also like runs like a very well-oiled machine, and I assume that we're like doing a reality show must be kind of similar, like kind of like a circus, but also very clearly intentionally directed. Kind of a public figure now. Christian Hubicki, professor at Florida State. Interesting. I'm gonna look up that season. I never watched Survivor ever, even though Johnny Mundo, was that his name at the time? Even though there was a wrestler on it, I've never been into reality shows, so I just never watched Survivor at all. But now I'm very curious. I did meet Johnny Fairplay once. Johnny Fairplay was on, I think, a fairly early season of Survivor. If you, what's the best way to direct you to this? Anders, if you look up Nick Radford versus B-Boy, it should come up. Or just like SOS Pro Wrestling, it should come up. I don't really have a good way to share a link on Instagram, but I'll try to remember to message it to you later. He said it was very real when there, but heavily edited. That makes sense. He said they have fun ruining shots by doing office-style look at the camera stuff, but the food and surviving part was really exactly as they showed. That's wild. Poutine's here. Hi, Poutine. She's showing her butthole to everybody. Don't show your butthole to the masses. Save that for paid content. Come on. That's really weird. I never would have expected. I totally figured everything was like completely fake with Survivor. I would have put money on that. That's very interesting. Yeah, I met Johnny Fairplay on a local show. He was on like a very early season of Survivor, I think. And he like made a point to make himself the heel of the season, like make it so people hate him. Okay, Poutine. If you're gonna play in the box, go play in the box over there, because you're being loud. I didn't really get a chance to talk to him much. He seemed like a nice guy, but I know that he like kind of made a career off of being Johnny Fairplay from Survivor. And he became like a wrestling manager for like shitty indie shows. Yeah, Poutine, absolutely. When they were advertising Stray, what are you chewing on? When they were advertising Stray, I was like, that's the Poutine game. You don't need to chew on that. For Halloween, I wanna dress her up like the cat from Stray. She's gonna cosplay the Stray for Halloween. Because really, I just have to get her a backpack. I have not beaten Stray yet. I'm still a little over halfway through it. Are you liking it? I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying Stray. The puzzles are a little like simple, but I appreciate that. Uh, I enjoy it. Oh yeah, that's a really good strategy. So you get a million if you win, but the farther you, well, I'm like having two conversations. We're back to Survivor. Yeah, it's a really good strategy. So you get the million if you win, but the farther you get, the more money you get. So like Christian was seventh to last and made more than his postdoc paid for the year. That's nuts. So like getting to the final 10 being a villain is a legit strategy. Absolutely. That totally makes sense. Like now that I know it's real, it totally makes sense to play yourself as the heel because they'll want to keep you around or you just be cutthroat like IRL to make more money. Like be a legit dick to make money. That's wild. I'm learning so much. That's wild. This is so interesting. Okay, okay. Yeah, I totally figured it was like exactly like wrestling where in real life everyone like makes their own set amount anyway just for like doing the job. Because in wrestling like part of the gimmick is like you get a winner's purse if you win, and that's why even if there's not like a story reason for you to fight, that's why you're fighting. It's like UFC. It's supposed to be like UFC, where like a winner gets a winner's purse. You get more money if you win. Back to Pokemon. We can do back to Pokemon. No, that's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that with me. That is a world that I have no concept of. I have no experience with it aside from meeting Johnny Fairplay very briefly at a wrestling show. He managed my original trainer on that wrestling show. Introspective Slowbro again. Bidoof. There's a literal pirate on Survivor. He did not care about strategy. He was just stealing and causing chaos. He stole everyone's left shoes? No way! No way! Someone went on Survivor and just stole people's left shoes? That's awesome! That's so funny. Now I want to watch Survivor. I'm not going to, but I want to. It's so interesting. What a fascinating world. I love learning about stuff that I don't know anything about. There's a guy who voted people out in alphabetical order in the first few seasons. I love this. This is so interesting. I feel like if I were on Survivor, I would want to have like some weird quirk like that. Something memorable so that people like me could hear that story and be like, what the fuck? That's so weird. I forgot which pile I was going through. Here we go. Here we are. Apom. This is so interesting. Y'all, I hope you're learning as much as I am. Because this is just fascinating. I love this art. This Bulbasaur art is so good. Shiny Larvitar. Love it. And I think this is the rare. Oh yeah. And it feels like a rare. Nice. So cool. Look at that. That's awesome. I love that. Is this the same card I got from GoFest? It is. Obviously like a hunky professor. Absolutely. What a hunk. And he's got a Meltan on his shoulder again. So I went to, for those who weren't there at the beginning, I went to Pokemon Go Fest Seattle when it happened. And I went like last minute. Like it was like the last hour of the last day. And they were packing up the merch stuff when I went in. But I was like, I gotta get something. And so I got this shirt because it was the only thing they had out. They only had like the team shirts left. And so I bought one and they gave out like cards. And I saved this card being like, oh, it's so exciting to see like what this card is going to be. And it's this card I'm covering up. There's like a promo code on it. There's like a Pokemon Go promo code on it that I'm saving because I want to use it. And this is the promo card that they gave out if you ordered like $20 of merch from the Pokemon Center website a few months ago. So now I just have 2 of these. But now I also have this version, which I like a lot. And I bet it's probably worth some money. I need to look into selling some of my Pokemon cards. I have a lot, and I know there's a lot of rare ones that I probably will never use, and they're not like things that I care about having in my collection. So I should just sell them so that I can buy more Pokemon cards. You know, make this hobby pay for itself a little bit. You know. Plus, I have a lot. I have a ton. I have so many now. My goal with this is just to be able to collect one of every Pokemon card. Like, I just want to finish the Pokedex. I want to collect them all. That'll never happen. I have a spreadsheet. There's still a lot. I still have a lot of Pokemon to get. Okay, so we got 2 more packs after this, and then I'll wrap it up with a poem. I will not read the poem that I wrote for my that I read at that wrestling show. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I gotta save that for my podcast, Championshipping Podcast, available anywhere you can find podcasts. I'll plug it again at the end. And I'm like behind on, because I only put it out once a month, and I often have more than one wrestling show per month, and I try to write a poem for each wrestling show. That's just my own personal challenge that I set for myself. And so I've still been like working through, I'm probably a couple months behind on poems, but that also like offers a degree of exclusivity for the people who are actually live at the wrestling show. The parts of the poem that I actually get to read are exclusive to them. Nobody else gets to hear that until I put it out on the podcast. That's the thinking behind it. And then I put it exclusively on the podcast for however many weeks until I do one of these. And then whoever joins these gets to hear the poem as well. And then I put it on social media the next day. That's the formula I follow. I don't know if it works, but it's nice to have rules for your artistic endeavors, right? Rules are important, but it's also important to break rules sometimes. And sometimes I shift away from that. Mostly I set those rules. Whoa, Radiant Blastoise! That's awesome! Holy moly! And it's shiny? What a pull! What a freaking pull! That's nuts! I assume it seems that Radiant in the Pokemon card world means shiny. It's their equivalent of shiny. So I got 2 shiny Pokemon thus far this session, because I also got Radiant Eevee, and then a Zapdos. That's awesome. That's so cool. Very, very cool. All right, 2 more packs, and we'll wrap this thing up. This has been fun. Like I said, I have had a good day. I had a lovely day, and the lovely day has continued to these streams, this stream. So I appreciate that energy. Gosh, I learned so much today about Survivor. I can't get over that. My parents definitely watched Survivor when I lived at home, but I did not have any interest. Like I said, reality shows were not for me. Poutine is digging her way into the box for the Radiant Eevee. I wish I could show you, but it'd be way too much work to move this setup around. Now it's playing Green Hill Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog. Amazing Race. Yeah, my parents watched a lot of that. My parents were very into reality shows. Is never for me. I don't even remember what I guess I watched a lot of cartoons. Even when I was in high school, I watched a lot of cartoons, a lot of SpongeBob. The only things I really watched with my parents were the Drew Carey Show. We were big on the Drew Carey Show. Tool Time was pretty big in my family, which makes sense. And I still have a lot of mixed emotions about that, because I believe Tim Allen is kind of a shitbag, which is a bummer, but also, it is what it is. But yeah, I reference that show quite a bit still. I can't think of what else I watched with my family. I'm sure we watched other stuff together. I just don't know what it was. Spirited Away music now? Yo, look at that Gyarados. That's cool. Very cool. Okay, last pack, and then I'll pull up a poem to read to you all. I don't even remember what poem I just posted. I think it was probably about a DOA poem. It's probably DOA, I would guess, if anyone wants that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. There's that Charmeleon again. But yeah, mostly I just watched a lot of cartoons on my own. Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, lots of Cartoon Network stuff. And then like even in high school, lots of anime. I guess in high school I was really into wrestling, so I watched a lot of wrestling. But I didn't get into wrestling until I was in middle school. 2014 was the year I got into wrestling. WrestleMania 21 was my first WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle, one of the best matches of all time. So good. I still go back and watch it occasionally. Poutine, stop chewing on the things. That's not for you. Introspective Slowbro, but shiny, and ooh, pretty Lapras. Very pretty. There's pretty good pulls. We got Regirock. We got that shining or radiant Blastoise. Hunky Professor. I love it. I love it. Good stuff. Sylveon. I completely forgot about Sylveon. This gorgeous Sylveon. I'm gonna go through real quick, see if I can find this Executor V. See if I can find. There's a Tyranitar. Where is that Radiant Eevee hiding? I want to show it. There it is. Boom. Radiant Eevee. This artwork is so pretty. Gosh, what a gorgeous card. Alright. Let me pull up a poem real quick. Let's see what I got to read to you. Read to you all. What am I looking for? Documents. Yeah. Hang on, I gotta look at my podcast to see what the last poem I released was. My bad. I did not prep for this part. Like I said, I napped earlier today. And it was lovely. And now I will hopefully be up until late into this evening so that I may play some more games. Ideally. Okay, Daddy's Strong Dregs is the name of this poem. DADDY. Okay. This is about DOA. This is about DOA Pro Wrestling and Derek Drexel and Austin Sumis or Oso. I can't remember what last name he uses now. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. Y'all ready for this? Daddy's Strong Dregs. Drexel had gathered his new kin. They meant more to him than the world. They were all living in sin, deep in his netherworld. Poutine Crossing. He collected the societal dregs and made up a new team. They had strong arms and strong legs, and that made Drexel beam. From the bottom they were scraped, but they weren't quite subs. Daddy's harshness would help shape these couple of scrubs. Daddy put them through their paces. his handsome, big, strong boys. They were off to the races and loving his wonderful toys. Once they had been broken, Drexel was inside their brain. Though they were once soft-spoken, now they craved that good pain. And that's going to do it for me this evening. Thank you all for joining me on Twitch and on Instagram. This has been a lovely time, a lovely way to wrap up a lovely day. Be sure to follow me on social media at all of the places at NickIsRadford. Check out my website, NickIsRadford.com, for my monthly blog. Yo, you were at that DOA show? That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that is correct. I remember you talking about that. Follow me on social media. Check out the website. Check out the podcast Championshipping everywhere you find podcasts. I love you all, and I will talk to you later. Thank you, and good night. As I close out Instagram, and now I will close out Twitch. Good night.